Broadcast Hippo Digital Media.
Come on!
Broadcast Hippo Digital Media. What is up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to the show. It is Tuesday, January 18th, 2021, in the year of our Lord. I'm Andrew Z. Chris Tiefel is here. Hi.
Yo, what is going on? Where's everyone else?
I don't know.
We usually look like a Brady Bunch title sequence.
I know, man. I don't know what's going on, where everybody is, but we'll see if they
You got the Rona. You've been coughing a lot this morning.
I've been coughing a lot for about a week, but it's not the Rona. I don't know. I've been well. Look, first of all, I'm very healthy. I'm very health conscious.
Really?
So I've been
Do
able
you
to
have mirrors in your house?
what?
Do you have mirrors in your house?
Shut up. So I just I have not gotten
Like the Marshmallow Man getting a salad.
Shut up. I have not gotten the Rona. I've been very fortunate to not get it. But
Yeah, I'm the only one in my immediate family that hasn't had it yet, and I'm starting to feel left out.
Well, here's the thing. There's people are moving past. There's an article. People are starting to move past COVID-19 precautions, despite all the risk, because because of how many people they're getting it. It's crazy. It's almost like you can't avoid it, but you still need to try to avoid it.
Except I've avoided it successfully so far.
Yeah, I mean, so have I. It's just I don't know. It's just more and more people are getting it. It's raging out of control in Ohio. Um, just hopefully, if you're vaxxed and whatever, then it's just going to be like a cold and not bad. That's kind of what we find. Like 90%. I mean, there's still over 1,000 people dying every single day from it. So it's still something you don't want to get, and 90+% of them are unvaccinated. So I mean, if you're vaccinated and you get it, you should be good now. But at some point, life is still going to go on, and you just got to live with it. And hey, if you get it, you get it. You don't. And like you said, Chris, your family's gone through it. I know a ton of people have gone through it, and then they're still okay afterwards. But the people in my circle are all vaxxed. They're not crazy.
I know at least 4 people personally that have died. Most recently as of last week.
Really?
And I know at least one person who he was a coworker of ours, 32 years old, two small children, and he caught it, and he ended up getting transported to the Cleveland Clinic for ECMO treatment, which is basically, if you don't know what that is, it's basically like dialysis for oxygenating your blood.
Uh-huh.
They stick a large bore needle right up into your neck.
I know what you mean.
And if you get to the ECMO treatment, if that becomes the only viable option for you, the odds of coming back from that are not great. Like it's basically it's like a last ditch sort of effort.
Mhm.
And he luckily ended up surviving. He's still at home recovering. He's been out of work now for a little around 2.5 months. He was in the hospital for over a month.
What was he vaccinated? Because that's not really something you can ask. Like I've seen people die on Facebook that had COVID, or their families made the announcement, and you can't really ask, "Hey, was he vaccinated?" I mean, it's just improper.
Well, a few of the people that I know that died died before the vaccine was available.
See, I thought you said recently.
No, and then the one that died last week on there, I did find out afterward that he was one of those COVID or fake people. So I feel a little less bad for him.
Right.
But I do feel bad for his wife and his kid that's only around 2.
No, absolutely. So it's just like, nobody wants to get it, because even the flu, people die from the flu. Chances are you're not going to die from the flu, but there are people that do. So why take the chance? It's just avoid it. Wash your hands.
Well, I mean, before this, you can't really control that. People keep trying to compare the flu. The flu propagated in a time before we had but before they could catch up to it with a vaccine. Now, when they do the vaccine, they're pretty much having to guess a half a year in advance which strain of the flu is going to be the most prevalent in the coming year. And it does provide some protection for you, just because it's a flu, it's the flu, but there's still variants out there that won't be affected 100% by it. So it's still a good idea to get it.
Right.
But the flu is just out of control at the moment, and it's been out of control for decades and decades, that there's really nothing we can do about it. We had a chance with COVID, and all my freedom crowd just screwed that.
My freedom. Hey, I want to say good day to Lauren. Good day. Where are you listening from, Lauren? Let me look. Lauren is listening on I think that's Twitch.
He's about to troll your profile there, Lauren. This is a rare sight. He normally does this in the dark.
Shut up. So hello, Lauren. Good day to you as well. Connie Haley says this shit is crazy. So I mean, there you go. It's Brenda, good morning. Hey, did you guys see that that Kanye released a song over the weekend? First of all, I'm not a big Kanye fan. I don't think his music is that good. He's had some good songs, but overall, I don't find him good. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, is this like did he go back on his medication, or is this crazy Kanye music? Because if it's crazy Kanye music, it's probably pretty good.
Well, it's not that good. I heard the song, but he was dishing the tea for sure. He dropped a song. It was Friday. So Saturday morning, I woke up to the song, and here's some of the lyrics from it. He raps about his 4 children with Kim. Quote, "I watch 4 kids for like 5 hours a day." Then he added, "I got love for the nannies, but real family is better. The cameras watch the kids. Y'all stop taking credit." Basically saying, look, I watch them for 5 hours, but when they're at that house, it's all nannies and cameras, and you're trying to take credit. But Kim, you are not really watching those kids. He also says,
she likes TV more.
What's that?
She likes TV more.
She does like TV more. He also says, non-custodial dad, I bought the house next door. What do you think the point of really being rich for? When you give them everything, they only want more. Bougie and unruly, y'all need to do some chores. Then he says about his split.
Is it really a good idea to release a diss track about your wife when you're in the middle of a divorce proceeding?
Probably not. He says, we having the best divorce ever. If we go to court, we'll go to court together. Matter of fact, pick your sis. We'll go to courts together.
Yeah, that's how court works.
Finally, he says another part about has a new girlfriend. He says, "And my new bitch bad. I know Illuminati mad."
Who's he dating?
He's dating some girl. She's a celebrity named Julia Fox, and she's younger.
So his answer to her dating Pete Davidson was dating somebody nobody else would know.
I think people know her. I don't know her. He says, there's another part where he talks about beating Pete Davidson's ass.
I mean, I could probably kick Pete Davidson's ass. That's
right.
Not really
And
a
that's
brag.
not really saying a whole lot. But yeah, so Kanye just kind of let it rip over the weekend with his new song.
Maryland hit a record high.
Was that me?
Of 3,057 COVID hospitalizations.
Police are investigating
That means
an increase of more than 500%.
Not me.
In the last 7 weeks.
It's
which is
probably
now
me,
overwhelming,
but I can't
normal
find it.
operations at hospitals.
Mother's
The truth
comfort is what
is
some call
definitely
hitting
me.
that
Actually, no, it's not
4 to
me.
6 weeks will be
I don't have anything
Oh,
open that's
sorry,
playing that.
of the entire pandemic.
I was going to say, even if it was playing on mine, it wouldn't be playing over the air.
It's
I don't have
Andrew.
that power.
combat a surge in COVID infections.
bad
So
sword,
far, the
this
rate
sword
of
out here.
increase
morning.
in new
Thinking they
cases.
must
Good morning,
still
JT.
largely
You know what
outpaces
happened? We were doing just fine. Then
hospitalizations,
Gina
but
comes
the
on.
current
Boom.
increase
Technical
Go back
is
out
difficulties.
the window
straining
here,
hospital systems. The
knocked
Washington
out
I can
the-
leave.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's
Sorry
really
about that,
annoying on some of
everybody.
these
Hang
news
on,
sites
hang on,
where
Tiefel.
they just start automatically playing a video.
No, I can't hear you, Tiefel.
I can hear him.
I can't hear.
I can hear
I
me.
can't hear Gina either.
Well, then that sounds like a you problem.
That sounds like a whole lot of a
I don't know
you.
what I did wrong.
So Gina, how you doing?
Fantastic. My whole
Did you guys
house has
pop
a
out and pop back
plague,
in?
but
Your whole house is a plague.
it has the plague, but it's not COVID and it's not the flu. It's just like a regular plague, I guess.
Wait,
Yeah, there's something else going around right now, and it's really confusing people.
Yeah,
Like,
I
they're
mean,
like,
honestly,
can't
I would
hear
have bet
Sean.
money on COVID. It's every single symptom of COVID, every single one. And but every test, but they do say the rapids are only 85% accurate.
you
But
just got to really jam it in there and twist.
but everybody has been negative though. So it's not, I mean, I can't imagine every single person testing negative.
Okay, who's badass? Oh, yeah.
Who do you think
Like,
badass bitch is?
that makes sense.
Sorry. Could you guys hear what happened to my computer?
Yes, we were talking about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we heard everything. You didn't hear us.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you for sure.
Okay, how sad is your internet connection? You're getting a nice, good stream, and Colleen is sitting literally next to you because I could see your reflection, but she's choppy.
Well, she doesn't have the lighting. I think it's the lighting. Oh no, it's not the lighting.
You know what that lighting reminds me of, because it's like right there and kind of washing her out a bit. It's in middle school. The high school, the girls used to, before camera phones, the girls would used to go to like the Olin Mills in the mall and get pictures like every weekend, all the time. But they used too much lighting and it washed them all out and made them all look like ghosts. It was ridiculous.
I can still hear stuff in your background, Andrew. You're a hot mess today.
I know.
I can still hear stuff in your background, Andrew. Oh, see, I'm echoing.
Fine. When it was just me and Tiefel, it was fine. And you and Colleen come in and fuck it all up.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's his friend is there now that used to work with him on the radio, and now his system is just being like, "Ha, you want to show you're professional? Good luck."
I know. There we go. All right, it's everything. Everything is fixed now. Thank you, Connie. I apologize. Everything is good now. We're ready to roll. Life is good. All right, we're talking about the Kanye West diss track. That's he said he was going to beat Pete Davidson's ass, and it was released over the weekend. So anyway, Gina, what's going on with you?
Nothing. I was telling Tifa, my whole house has the plague, but it's not COVID and it's not the flu. It's just regular plague.
Oh, like the plague before COVID? Nah.
Yeah, like feet. I mean, but it's all COVID symptoms, but they're all negative. Dubs did get a the lab test sent out because that one's accurate, whereas the I guess the rapids are only 85% accurate. So we got that sent out, but I'm pretty sure every single person's tested negative. So I'm gonna go with it's not COVID.
Mallory,
but he was the only one that we know for sure was exposed.
Go ahead, Colleen. What?
Mallory had that last week. Everything came back negative. Strep, flu, COVID, all of it, even the send outs, all came back negative. But
Andrew's doing his impression of you.
The mic in front
doing your thing.
I swear to God, her throat was like neon red, like a stoplight. I thought for sure it was strep. You know, strep, like it's red with the blotches. That was her throat. It all came back negative.
And everyone's just assuming that it's you always assume now that you got COVID, and then you have to be proven wrong. Like my mom had the same thing, and it was COVID negative as well. But so anyway.
Yep. So we just have the regular plague.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, that's a good thing, though. I mean, you don't want to have COVID, so that's good. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're joining us.
I felt fine. I've been tired, and like some sinus pressure, but that's every day for me. So it's like only slightly worse than normal.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
was going to say that's momming.
Yeah, right. I've been diagnosed with kids.
So all right, anyway, so hey, have you guys noticed and I'm wondering if this is, well, first of all, Jason Momoa, this is now the big news since we were on the show last was that he and Lisa Bonet, after 16 years, are now split or going to go through a divorce or whatever. And he was seen out for the first time since the split from his wife. He was photographed in Los Angeles wearing a black t-shirt and jeans, wearing a face mask, and without his wedding ring, as he carried a cardboard box outside of a grocery store. They split after
he's just like us.
17 years of marriage, and they have split.
I'm so sad.
Yeah, a lot of people like them as a couple.
Yes, he was so in love with her. It's like he just used to like swoon over her even after years and years of being together. You know, even like a few months ago in interviews. So it makes me sad.
Yeah, go ahead, Tifa. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I was telling my coworker that she probably just got sick of the fact that all the hair products in the bathroom were his.
Stopping up the drain with all this hair.
Yeah, between the two of them, that plumber had to be making bank.
Right? So true.
I know we have the same issue here.
Yes, Colleen.
Yeah, I wonder who's to blame for that issue, Colleen.
Andrew's body hair.
Right. The Sasquatch.
I'm here. I'm still here.
We know.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
Yeah. Okay.
But so she had Lenny Kravitz.
Uh-huh.
Now she's had Jason Momoa.
Uh-huh.
Where does she go from here?
Have you seen her? She's beautiful. She goes anywhere she wants to go.
That's what I'm saying though. Is what is the trade up, or at least fair trade, from Jason Momoa
and Lenny Kravitz, who are two of the most beautiful men, in the entertainment industry. Kravitz back in the day. I don't know if he's still. I haven't seen a picture of Lenny Kravitz in probably a decade, but he was always a beautiful looking man. And then you go to Jason Momoa. See, here's the thing: Jason Momoa, he's all right. He's not gorgeous. I mean,
all right, I have to go. This is nonsense. I can't deal with you.
He looks like the type
like I said the other day. I would convert to a Hellenistic religion so I could properly worship that Greek god of a man.
Could he turn you gay?
Look,
I think he kind of already has.
Andrew.
Yes.
Jealousy is not cute on you, boo.
I mean, he's okay. He's one of those guys that smell like dirty. Like he just like he's.
You mean he smells like a man?
One of those guys that doesn't wear deodorant. That doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He does not look like one of those guys at all.
He got shit all in his beard, like food and stuff.
No, he doesn't look like
when
that.
Have you ever seen Jason Momoa with shit in his beard that wasn't part of a movie?
Andrew, stop looking in the mirror and describing Jason Momoa. This is bullshit.
You mean to tell me that he looks like somebody that went to the gym and worked out and smells like a man?
Yes, it's disgusting.
It's hot, bro. Should try it sometime.
I have a feeling if he did try it, he'd come home smelling like rotten hard-boiled eggs.
What?
No.
Shut up.
Andrew looks like he smells like bacon when he sweats.
He smells like a chicken nugget.
Like a chicken nugget. That's why she stays with him. The nuggy smell.
Chicky nuggies.
Hysterical.
You're the one that wanted me on air.
No, no, you can go now.
Good, thank you. I'm having fun now.
So, all right, what else you got, Andrew?
Jason Momoa. What else did I have? I had a whole bunch, but I panicked when my computer started making noises, so I closed everything out. All the stuff that I had, I closed it out. Let me see. Where did I find the other stuff?
So we'll talk more about Jason Momoa while he gets his act together. I would crawl across broken glass to have that man tell me I'm pretty.
Tifel, is it just because that's what you've resorted to because you can't get a check, or
hey, I have what is possibly a date on Friday night. All right, so I'm doing
Ooh.
okay.
Okay. I'm
How-
excited.
It was led. Like, why did you not lead with this?
All right. So
All
because-
news.
how long has it been since you've had a date?
No comment.
Well,
plead the fifth.
COVID ate up 2 years of our lives. So
Yeah, we'll say
we
we'll
got to
say
give
prior
him the
COVID.
2 years.
So
That's a
we'll-
freebie.
Okay, so we'll give them 2 years. So it's been at least 2 years.
Okay, no. So honestly, you guys saw that post I made a few weeks back.
People, I don't follow you.
Well, I know for a fact you saw it because you commented. So don't even. But you guys saw that post. You know, we talked about it on the air. That kind of like that 10 years malaise and everything on there. So
Remind me.
yeah,
I don't
so-
remember.
Okay, well, obviously
I-
the girl's on that post, so I'm going to find it.
So anyway, I didn't invite anyone over to my place. I didn't really invite anybody into my personal life during that time.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
This was the transformation post. You've lost weight. You're starting to eat
Ye-
at home. Blah blah. For 10 years, you were in a kind of a depression funk.
Kind of, like I said, I don't want to call it depression because again, it wasn't diagnosed and everything, and I don't really think it was depression so much as just
A rut.
you know, a rut.
Okay.
It, like just a general malaise, a rut. That actually probably describes it a lot better.
Okay.
And so, like, I didn't invite people into my personal life during that time. I didn't invite people over to my place because I at least had the good sense to be embarrassed by it. But now I reached out to a woman that I actually used to work with when I had a second job back in 2015. That we got along. We have stayed somewhat in contact since I left that job.
Mhm.
Just through Facebook, we talked a couple times. We haven't really talked in a couple years, and so I slid into her DMs. And no, I invited her over to my place Friday night. I was
What?
gonna cook something.
Wait.
And everything. I didn't actually use the word date, but I assume if a dude slides into your DMs after a couple years of not really talking to you and invites you over to his place, it's kind of implied.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's a kind of a date.
Yeah. So I didn't actually use the word, and oh my God, where'd everyone go?
I
Where'd
hate it when
everyone
he
go?
does that to me too.
Where'd everyone?
You're just like,
I'm all
"Where'd you go?"
alone.
God, that's me.
Okay, find it.
All right.
So
Thing, but hold on. So it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years since you've had a date, probably.
No,
you
he said
don't
did more
need to put-
because I remember talking about some of his
yeah,
dates.
I've gone on dates. I just haven't made anything. I haven't made any. I'm not putting a fucking number on it, Andrew. I don't stop your obsession with a number.
It's been years. It's been years.
Yes, we'll
All right.
just say that. Go with it, Tifo. Go with it.
Does it seem very forward to invite someone to your house? Like that's a big step. Like most people, if you're on a first date, you want to go out in public. You want to be around people.
Yeah. That's if somebody you don't really know. I know this person already. Like we've already know each other. We work together. We've hung out after work whenever we did work together in the past. So this isn't like just some random person that I met at a bar or on a dating app.
Okay, so you're pretty comfortable with each other because that's super forward to just bring someone right to your house.
I think if you already know somebody, I don't think that's true. I think that if you've never, like, if it's a first date for somebody that you don't know very well at all, or you've never met them before, then yes, you would go out in public. But I feel like if you already know them fairly well, I mean, like, he worked with her every day, so they've already had those.
Plus, she did see that post that I was talking about, and she's still in. So,
but isn't there some sort when it's coming to the house? Isn't there some sort of expectation?
No, that's only for pigs.
Of some sort of some sort of petting or something.
No, only pigs think that. Only pigs expect to get fucked on a date. Only pigs.
Yeah, I have zero expectation on this thing other than having some nice company.
Huh? Yeah. If someone's coming to my house,
because you're a pig, I already know where you're going with it.
If somebody's coming to your house, somebody dying.
Andrew's not allowed to bring dates to the house. He has to take them other places now.
I can't. We don't bring him to the house.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta find that burner phone coming.
Trust me, he's not that smart.
Well, I don't even think it's that he's not that smart. I think Colleen is like on it. Like Andrew couldn't get away with anything.
No.
There's just nothing. I honestly believe that Colleen should be a detective.
She was telling me about it on New Year's Eve. How he still gets some women like messaging him on there, and she sees them. I'm like, that's just
all my messages. So, ladies, well, I haven't figured out another way yet. So you just get this.
Why would you try to figure out another way?
Stand.
Why would you try to figure out?
Oh my God. Oh God, Colleen, I can't this early in the morning.
Figure out another way.
Stand by and stand down, ladies. All right.
I'm not afraid of Prison Orange, and I can eat their food too.
Colleen, if you can't take jokes at 7 a.m, don't be on the air.
But
stop being so intense. Back at about 2 notches.
I have no notches.
So did we give Andrew enough time to find his stuff again?
No,
I wasn't even looking. I was talking.
I brought that up to distract people while you looked for your stuff.
Oh,
it was a great distraction. That's a good conversation. I'm so excited, and I can't wait for next week so we can hear about it.
I can't. Yeah, like Colleen said, I don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe not lead with it, but I'm surprised there had to be a dead space for you to throw that in. That should have been like on a 1 to 10. How excited are you? Or first, how excited are you? 1 to 10.
I normal.
Like,
I mean, you're acting like
he's hanging out.
Yeah, you're acting like this is like this is the first date I have ever had in my entire life, and all this. No, or I'm desperate.
Hold on. If you haven't done,
I got her.
If you haven't done something in years, then there's obviously going to be some sort of nervousness or some sort of
that's nervousness, not excitedness.
I feel like Tiefl's probably more excited to show off his new culinary skills than he is necessarily for the date part of it.
I'm gonna make chicken asparagus crepes, and a Mexican cheesecake.
Like for instance, if I haven't gone to Cedar Point in 5 years, okay, I'm excited to go to Cedar Point. There's nothing wrong with that. I haven't been. I'm excited to go. I'm excited to ride the ride. So how excited are you to ride the ride, Stiefel?
Stop making it creepy.
It that did go instant creepy. On there. No, I normal level of excited. I don't know what to put a number on it. I'm happy that she accepted. I'm happy that I want to have some company, and we'll see where it freaking goes.
He's gonna sleep with her. You keep referring to her as a ride, like it's kind of piggy.
No, I didn't. I'm saying,
Colleen, nothing about this should surprise you.
All right. So besides making dinner, what else do you do at home? Are you guys going to watch are you Netflix and chill? Are you going to watch a movie? Have you talked about
I feel like Netflix and chill is a bit presumptuous, but no, we'll just have dinner, talk, hang out, see where it goes, see what happens.
I mean, it's cool because now you can just be like, hey, what do you want to watch? You don't have to go to your wall of movies.
Yeah.
You can just flick through
I've got like 50
something.
different streaming services. We're good. We're covered.
Yeah.
We're covered. You know what we watched over the weekend was West Side Story. That was a good movie. We took the kids to see it at the movie theater with one of the movie theaters.
Why are they replaying West Side Story in the movie theater?
It's the remake.
Oh, they did. Oh, I didn't know they did a remake.
Yeah, the original one was 1961.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
Yeah,
60 years.
It's a 60-year remake, and Rita Moreno, who was one of the young ones in the original, is also back in this one, and had a big part. Yes, and Natasha's freaking out right now. Tiefel has a date. I know. Natasha came in late. Tiefel has a date this Friday. He's having her at his house.
He's having regret is what he's having. He's wishing he would have never brought this up.
Yeah. That's why I don't share the show on my page. So now she won't see this.
Well, I don't feel like you've said anything terrible. Andrew probably isn't getting any dates anytime soon, but that's probably a good thing.
It keeps Colleen out of prison.
I'm not afraid.
Is there going to be drinking? Is there going to be wine? Connie Haley wants to know.
I'm making chicken, so I figured I'd at least get a bottle of white wine in case she likes wine. But I'm also I feel like she's more of a beer woman, so I'm getting some beer.
You should get white, red, and beer.
But red doesn't go with chicken, does it?
No.
I don't know.
Wine is like khaki.
But you're supposed to pair the wine to the meal.
Okay, so we're just gonna go back to the TikTok about the wine and bringing it and looking
I
like
used to drink MD 2020. I don't think we care about any of that.
In that case, I'll just grab some Southern Comfort. We'll be good.
I don't think anyone that you're dating, Tifa, I don't think anyone knows what pairs with what. I think wine is fine. There's no one going bringing a red, and you're like, and they're like in their head, God, I can't believe he brought red when
I feel like I just got insulted
with white.
I know, but consider the source.
Why'd you get insulted?
Anyone that I'm dating wouldn't know.
I'm saying.
I mean, you don't know. I could date a classy broad. You don't know.
First of all, you refer to them as classy broads. You cannot.
Yeah, I'm not going to take judgment from the person that was insinuating expectations just because she was in my apartment.
I mean, that's a normal expectation that something's going to happen if you're at some dude's apartment.
Tifel, just ignore him because I think that he thinks that he dates classy broads, but he married me and I am clearly not classy.
Okay, so Andrew, if your DoorDash driver is a woman, is there an expectation there? Because hey, she's at your house.
No, she's not coming in. She's it's no touch. they tell you, we're no touch service, so they can't touch.
Especially no square.
I do.
I know no square.
What? You're no square.
All right, a couple things. Lori Loughlin.
No round.
Lori Loughlin has had a rough couple years. Of course, her and her husband Massimo were in that scandal where they try to get their kid into buy their kids' way into college, and
spent that grueling 6 months in county.
I don't even think it was 6 months. I think it was more like 6 weeks that she was there. I think they let her out early because it was right towards the beginning parts of COVID. But she now has reportedly been robbed of $1 million worth of jewelry. The thieves reportedly were the South American burglary crew who smashed Lori and Massimo's bedroom window before stealing the Full House star's jewelry box. A group of thieves dressed in black and wearing masks smashed the couple's bedroom window, walked off with it. This happened on January 3rd, according to TMZ. Sources told the outlet that Lori and Massimo were not home at the time, and a housekeeper discovered the home had been burglarized. Police say they're unsure if Lori and Massimo were targeted by the criminals or if it was a random heist. But anyway, that's what happened. They're thinking it's a band of thieves from South America who may have left the U.S. shortly after the hit. They have now added more security since the invasion.
If they don't know who did it, that sounds like some bold assumptions.
Yeah. Like, I feel
like, what did they do? Like, oh, sorry, go ahead, Tifo.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, I feel like the amount of detail and assumption going into who pulled off this masterful heist and given her history that we have now, that we probably should really look into insurance fraud.
Oh, stop. Just because she tried to get her kid into college doesn't make
just because she's a proven fraudster doesn't mean she's going to commit fraud.
All right, that's not where I was going to go with it. I was going with like picturing the detective walking in a room and like rubbing his finger on the carpet, like
South
American. Like, it's so weird.
Obviously, there has to be other cases similar in the area or something like that for them to pair it up to that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know besides that, but that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Well, and it's like I said, it's been a rough time for her. She had to go to prison. Bob Saget dies. Now, $1 million in jewelry as well stolen. Lori's having a rough time. So hopefully things will straighten out for her in 2022.
Damn consequences for my own actions.
Yes, she needed to be in prison because she tried to get her kid into college.
I honestly, I still don't see how what she did was prison worthy. I don't even see how what she did was technically ill. Was like I could see how the college would have a problem with it and go after her civilly, but I don't even see how it breaks a criminal code to just pay another private person to help your kid get into a private university.
But we also don't understand how what Andrew did was prison worthy either.
Well,
So
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Ashley Clay says Gina in her Mad Dog 2020 days.
Ashley, go away, Ashley, because I'm convinced that, like, I think you actually gave me my first taste of Mad Dog 2020. So
Yeah, I feel like Gina's still in her Mad Dog 2020 days.
I haven't drank in over 3 years.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. That's a state of mind, Gina.
don't worry, Ashley and I drink enough for you.
I smoked enough weed and drank enough boonies and Mad Dog and malt liquor to last me my lifetime.
I remember Boone's Farm
with a straw. Like I took it to the face. Like just stuck a straw in the MD 2020.
Isn't it just foam at that point?
With a straw, huh?
Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm confusing that with something else. Never mind. That was me.
What are other old school drinks that aren't around anymore? What was the original White Claw? What were those things?
Zima.
Zimas. Those I used to drink the shit out of those too.
They did bring them back for a time.
Yeah, they did bring it back.
They're horrible. They should have never brought them out to begin with. They're so bad.
Zima, thank you, Shayna.
Not for 14-year-old Chris, they weren't.
You seem like a Zima drinker. That's what's so funny. Is like that's exactly what I would picture of a dude Zima drinker would be you. If I would ever think of,
I know a lot of dudes that drink Zima.
I look like a friggin' lumberjack. What makes you think I'm drinking Zima on the reg?
You know what cracks me up is when Fireball cracks me up because we had Goldschlager. Like we had real gold in our drink.
Yeah.
That burned our face off.
When I was 16 years old, New Year's Eve party in our apartment complex, I was sitting at the table and my mom was there, apartment manager was there, a few other people, and I did about 4 shots of Goldschlager before my mom realized, wait a minute, my 16-year-old son is doing shots right in front of me.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Goldschlager. That's so funny.
Yeah, Goldschlager was one. What else did I used to drink?
When did Fireball, by the way, become an impulse item? Have you noticed this? When you go to the convenience store, they got the little shot glasses up by the register, like it's an impulse item, along with like those wine cups.
Connie says you drink Goldschlager, then you're shitting glitter.
I wouldn't know. I've always been a whiskey girl. Besides Mad Dog 2020, I always drink like Jack Daniels or
whiskey made me want to fight everyone.
Whiskey actually makes me nice.
Wow.
Oh shoot, give her a shot, Andrew.
Just start her day off that way. Instead of bringing her coffee, bring her a shot of Jack.
Clear liquor makes me mean.
All right. So anyway, by the way, and Janelle Winterfield says, so excited for your date, Tifo. Congrats. Hope it goes great. Well, what are expectations? At least handy? What like
none, Andrew. Dinner and conversation.
I already told you what my expectation was.
Oh my God, you're such a pig.
It would take like 2 seconds. When's the last time a foreigner has touched that thing?
Why
Stop talking, Tifo. Don't do it. Don't do it, Tifo.
Don't engage. Leave him alone.
Stop being gross and straight out of the 1930s. All right, quit reverting back to your early adulthood.
20s in 2020.
So gross.
He watched the Marilyn Monroe thing yesterday, and so Hollywood, all that. So yeah, I see where he's coming out of the like 1930s and 40s. I feel you.
All right. Let's get into Tifo's WTF news and wrap this thing up. Go ahead, Tifo.
I gotta go. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna stay for a minute.
All right. So you guys all remember 2006. It was a simpler time. And it's also when the International Astronomical Union came out and said Pluto is no longer a planet.
Rest in peace, Pluto.
And that for the last 15 years has not sat well with a lot of people. And they have petitioned and they have tried to get them to reverse their decision and make Pluto a planet again. because whenever we all had to memorize the planets when we were kids. I don't know if you guys remember the "My very educated mother just served us 9 pizzas" idea there. When you're trying to learn all the planets on there, that was hard to learn and memorize all the planets, and then they go and they rip the carpet out right from under us and say Pluto's no longer there. So what did my educated mother serve us? So, but now there is a union of scientists that are now challenging the IAU and saying that their definitions are stuck in the past. They're elitist, and things need to be brought up to more modern standards. And there are actually 150 plus planets in our solar system, including some moons of Jupiter.
That's going to be a really long
asteroid.
fucking sentence.
Oh yeah. An asteroid. They're saying they're saying the IAU is the real jabronis in this whole thing, and they need to step up.
Natasha says it's the Me Too movement of the solar system, and they got canceled.
Yeah. So look out for that. The generation coming up after us may have to learn 150 new planets.
Wow. All right. Number 2.
Number dos. A Las Vegas black man is suing multiple police departments after he was arrested on a warrant that was issued for a 49-year-old white man with a bushy white beard and blue eyes. Shane Lee Brown was driving home from work when he was pulled over by Henderson police. He didn't have his driver's license on him, so he gave him his name and his social security card. When officers ran his name, they found Shane Brown, who had a bench warrant out for his arrest for a prior felony with a gun. Records indicate that he was convicted of another felony in 1994, 3 years before Shane Lee Brown was even born. They arrested him, took him to county, where he spent 2 days before they transferred him, or took him to the city jail before they transferred him over to the Clark County Detention Center. He spent a total of 6 days in jail before appearing before a judge who dismissed everything and released him after his booking photo and the photo of the man who was actually wanted was shown side by side in the courtroom. So now he's currently suing all the departments involved in his arrest, his imprisonment, and everything, and the correctional facility, alleging that nobody took the time to actually look at the warrant and in the description of the suspect to actually determine whether or not he was the person named in the warrant.
Wow. By the way, Ted Tiefel says Mary's virginal explanation made Joseph suspect upstairs neighbor is a better way to remember the planets.
So,
by the way,
I feel like if Pluto is a planet, we have to add penis on the end of that.
upstairs neighbor penis. What do you think, Ted? Your kid is going to go on a date here on Friday.
Lord, I really do have to go now.
Please don't
Tiefel,
engage.
I hope
father.
you have an amazing time on your date Friday, and I can't wait to hear all about the dinner and your conversations.
I didn't actually tell my family about this, so now
I
didn't know they were listening.
Now.
I have now.
Bye, guys.
So,
look at you. You look embarrassed. Bye, Gina.
All right. Well, let's move on before my father answers you.
Well, you're like, glad I turned in to hear this news.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Tiefel is your son has gone on a date.
So at the beginning of the new year, Quebec announced that they would start requiring vaccine proof for entering alcohol establishments and also dispensaries.
Hold on. I got to break in. Your dad asked, "Is it a girl?"
I know where you live, old man. So the health minister Christian Dubé said that those standards would start coming into effect on January 18th, and since then, the province has seen a first dose vaccination surge of almost triple the amount. People are afraid they won't be able to buy their liquor or buy their pot. And so now they're getting their vaccine. So that's all we have to do here in the U.S. Just
Yeah,
legalize pot everywhere, and then say you can't buy any of it unless you're vaccinated.
I mean, first of all, I am fully vaccinated, but if you threatened to take my alcohol away, I would have done it a lot sooner.
It's all about finding the proper motivation for people, and apparently Quebec found the hot button. So, and last but not least,
yes.
this one is more up Andrew's alley.
What?
Given his comments today, a woman in China was forced to stay at the home of her blind date when emergency COVID restrictions were instituted.
Bro, what if they had on Friday? Like all of a sudden she's over at the house and you're cooking crepes, and all of a sudden there's some.
Speaking of which, can I get in on the crepes?
There's a stay-at-home. All of a sudden there's a stay-at-home order, and she's just stuck at your house for like 2 weeks.
So a woman that's going by the name of Miss Wang, she's starting to get older by her family standards, and so they decided to set her up on blind dates. This is not uncommon for families in China when they feel like their children aren't, dating or getting married, or they're getting too old on there. So she actually flew from her home in and I don't know how to pronounce this, Guangzhou or whatever, to Zhengzhou, which is the capital of the Henan province, and she had 10 blind dates set up. So around the 5th date, this guy wanted to show off his cooking and invited her over to his place, and she agreed. They went over there and he cooked, and they were having their date. And as she was about to leave, it was announced that beginning immediately there was a lockdown due to COVID restrictions, and she was unable to leave. She had to spend at least several days. It's unknown whether or not she's actually still there. At least several days living with this man whom she barely knew, and she said that he doesn't talk that much, but he's working and he has taken care of her. He's cooking, he's cleaning, he's doing his. I guess he seems to be doing his best, but it doesn't seem like a love connection.
What, Ted Tiefel? I have a question for you.
Stop asking my father questions. Don't engage.
After years and years, how had you not adopted this and tried to set Chris up on some blind dates? Like, have the family not get together the way that this family did?
Because they care about strange women more than they do me. That's why.
Knowing you, they didn't want to do that to a woman.
That they don't want to subject me to another woman. If it's going to happen, it'll happen, but they don't want to be responsible for it.
Ted said, I couldn't find a blind girl.
I feel so bad for you, Tiefel.
The one day he had to listen. The one day.
I couldn't find a blind girl. The only ones that would go out with Tiefel if they were blind, and he couldn't find a blind girl. I get it.
So that is the final story, and we can end the show now, so that people stop hearing from my father.
I need to send your father the link so he could pop on here real quick.
No, you do not.
No. All right. Well, this Friday, Tiefel's got a big date at his house.
I said might be a date. I didn't ever actually use the words. For all I know, she's thinking it's something else.
She accidentally swiped the wrong way on Tinder and ended up with Tiefel.
You laugh, but the last actual Tinder date that I had stood me up, and that actually sucked.
What happened?
I got a date on Tinder, got a match, and I showed up. We agreed to meet at this like ice cream stand. And then she never showed up. And then add insult to injury, I went to go buy ice cream to drown my sorrows. And then they had like a $8 minimum on your debit card, so I had to spend more money, buy more ice cream.
You had to buy ice cream for 2, and there was only 1.
I know.
So lonely.
Sad. Deliciously sad.
Yes. All right. Well, Tiefel, have a good date. I hope things go well for you. on Friday. It's going to be.
Stop calling it a date, he said.
Oh, I'm sorry. A rendezvous, a tete-a-tete. What do you want to call it? What do you feel comfortable with?
A hangout session.
Hangout.
There you go. Yeah, I'm 37 years old. It's a hangout session. That seems appropriate.
All right, hangouts. Tivo's got a hangout. Everyone wish Tivo some good vibes on Friday. Hopefully, this is the one.
If not, all hope is lost. But that's besides the point. I love the Tivo, but seriously.
All right. Anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
On a Hippo
Broadcast Hippo Digital Media.
Come on!